morning. It's early. I hope I've been liking what I've been making. Today, we're going to make fans. They've been out for a long time. I've done them for weddings, but they floating around again. So I want to share it with y'all. So they can be a diva fan, church fan, party fan, any type of fan. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with this picture, and all my fans. The fans should be 6 inches wide by 7 on top. That looks like a standard, good standard size. So this is my white background. I like the background; it's very nice. I'm gonna go ahead into my uploads because I upload things in it that I might want to use. So I found this pattern under wallpaper. This is a wallpaper pattern. So I just typed in wallpaper, vintage wallpaper, and I came up with this pattern. So I'm going to be using this pattern. Let me bring it down. But first, I'm going to take this picture and then I'm going to offset it by using the square shape. And that's going to help me decide how much border I would like to apply around my thing. So now that I got my black border, I'm going to highlight the whole thing and then I'm going down here and slice it. I showed y'all the picture in my group so y'all will know how to come up with that frame on the outside. So I'm going to move this over and then I'm going to take this picture in the background, make it big enough, and I'm going to put my border on it, and then I'm going to highlight the whole thing, and then I'm going to slice it because all I want is the border. So now this gets thrown out, the black border gets thrown out, and now I have this shape left. So now this shape is going to go together with this. Let me make this one bigger so we can attach it because it's on top of it. So we put this on top, and that's my frame. And then I'm going to group it and then flatten it. If you're going to use your Cricut machine, you want to flat it because then this becomes a print and cut. So it's going to do one whole thing, print and cut. I'm showing my Cricut's acting up, but it's not showing up here. But that's what it is. It turns into a print and cut. You see that? So I have one, and I'm going to duplicate it because we want the front and the back to be the exact same size. Exact same size. So I went on Google to look for some diva quotes. Just quotes about diva. So and then I found this one. It's in the back. Let's move that, arrange that to the front. So now it's on the front. So this quote, I like this quote. She doesn't beg, force, or chase. She prays, work, and has faith. I am a diva. That's going to go on here. But that's going to go on here as a print and cut. So you don't want to print. You can have the letters print out by doing a print and cut. So we'll group it and we're going to attach it. And that way it becomes a print and cut. You put the pen in there and it's going to basically trace over the words that we put. So you can get anything from Google and put in here. You still will be able to use the pen. Now this one here on this side, I'm going to be using a diva. I think I hide them under here somewhere. There she go. So I'm going to arrange her to come into the front. Because a lot of times we have to put them in the front. So I'm going to put her here. I like her. For some reason, I just like her. I like her scarf. I use her picture a lot. She's a safe picture. You really can't go wrong with this picture. So I'm going to put her here. Whereas though I can still have room to add my gems and not make it so big. So this diva going to go with that. And that side is nice. We'll leave it there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to group it, but this time I'm going to flatten it. And by flatten it, it becomes one picture. So when this is print out, it just print out one picture. Now y'all can send this to your Cricut, and the Cricut will print this out as a solid piece. Use the pen for this one. This one will come out as a solid piece. Now let's get to the part where we put it together. Let me turn this part off. All right, so this is the second part of it where both pictures are print out. I'm not going to use the Cricut. I use the Cricut Design Space to print to put my stuff together, and I screenshotted it and sent it to my printer. So that way I won't have to use my Cricut and get it all set up. So y'all use your Cricut. If you don't know how to screenshot from your printer and send it, if you don't know how to screenshot from your computer, use your Cricut. It works the same way. I'm just not using the Cricut. So I'm gonna put this in this cutter, and I'm gonna cut her out because we're gonna cut her out first.
Learn the alphabet. Touch a picture to learn.
I knew as soon as I was going to start this video, my little grand Tuki was going to wake up. So y'all might hear her playing with her toys. It's quiet time, so she's going to play with her toys instead of watching that TV. Yeah. All right, so I got her pictures cut out nicely. So what we're going to do with the pictures, we're going to put them in the laminator. And I have my stick, so y'all need a nice, thick, wide stick to put in there, the laminate. And then you're going to need some type of glue. I don't know if I want to use the other glue that I use, the B7000, because it bleed through it in the picture. And I don't know if it bleed through because it was painted, but we're going to try that again and see if it actually bleed through it again. So I got my B7000. So let's stick this in the laminator. Make sure it's nice and even. Make sure there's no white or nothing hanging out, because we want this to be, perfect. The writing's in the back, the Diva's in the front. So y'all know, lately I've been just doing so much with this laminated. It's like having a new toy that I can play with. So everything gets laminated these days. If it works, it's gonna get laminated. So I'm gonna put this in here. And make sure it stay even, because like I said, you don't want all that white to show. All right, let's put this in the laminator. I put my picture in there. I'm going to print new ones and start over. Don't put the whole sheet in it if nothing's connected to it, because it don't turn out right. So I don't want to take a chance on using this and it's no good. It looked like it might be sealed nicely, but don't do that. Don't learn from my mistakes. All right, now that my picture is printed out, I'm going to show y'all how to fix it. Now, when you cut it, don't cut so close where this gonna open up and come apart. You will see there's a border around it. Cut above the border enough, because we don't want the paper, anytime you put in two pieces together, the paper will open up and create a pocket, and you don't want that. And plus it's clear, so you really don't notice much anyway. And then trim off some on this side, because that's too much. All right, So here's the part that we have to worry about. We're going to use this popsicle stick. My picture bend up a little bit. Use the popsicle stick, right? So the popsicle stick only going to go into this small section right here. So I don't have nothing to mark it out. So I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut not too close to the paper because we don't want to cut to the paper. You want to cut on both sides, but not all the way across. You don't want to cut all the way across. You want to cut a little bit, leaving some space in the middle. So see how I cut this and this? Because I'm going to create a pocket. So now I'm going to cut this part off, but I'm going to cut it all the way to the paper this time. All the way to the paper. That's it. Then I'm going to go to this side and make sure you don't make too much of a gap. And we're going to cut this one all the way to the paper. And cutting some of that border off. So when you get under there, you go straight to that border. And we're going to cut it off. So by doing that, we created a pocket. Let me take the rest of this piece off. So now we created a pocket. And that pocket is just enough to put that stick in there. Which I'm going to leave the stick this way for right now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my scissors in there because this is the part that's going to become a little messy. But you don't have to worry about the mess because it's plastic. It's going to wipe off. So I'm going to use some gloves. So I have my gloves on and I have some baby wipes. So I'm going to just open it up and get it ready for my popsicle stick. So I'm going to add my B7000. You determine how much stick you want to stick up inside there. Oh, that don't even sound cute. But you discern how much you want to put up there. Add a little glue on both sides. Now, depending on how much glue you put on here, it is going to push out. So that's where the baby thing came in. And I'm just going to wipe it. And hopefully it won't bleed through my picture. And by wiping it, you can get rid of some of the excess. Alright, let's go on and push this popsicle stick inside this pocket here. And a little bit might come out. But it actually did pretty good. Nothing really came out. I wanted last time. I think maybe I was just using too much glue. Alright, let's give it a little firm push. Make sure it's going to dry clear. It's going to dry clear. So pretty much the fan is done. But I'm going to go a little farther than just making the fan. And I use 90-pound cardstock. I use 90-pound cardstock for everything. So it's already secure. You can already fan. And when I tell you the amount of air is coming through here and it's cold already, it feels like wintertime. That's how much it is. All right, my stuff is spilling all over the place. All right, so now I hope to see different styles and not the exact same thing that I did with the exact same picture, because y'all seem to want to do exactly what I did. Please be original. This is a Diva Fan that I'm making. You can make church fans. You can put people's pictures on it, make party fans. Like if you had a party, an outdoor party, you can give out these fans to people. You know what I mean? So I have, this is a wax, this is a large wax pen. So I'm gonna, that's for my gems. So all my, I put the glue on it. Oh, move that a little bit. So I have these little flowers cut out from the one that I made earlier, and because it bleeded through, I tore the flowers off. I didn't want to waste it. So I'm going to put some hot glue on here. And the thing is, the hot glue, it sticks, but you got to remember about laminated paper is plastic. So it was easy to pull off. So I'm just going to position these paper flowers on the head. And use paper flowers if you're going to make the diva yourself. Use the paper flowers because the paper flowers is lightweight and it won't fall. It shouldn't fall apart. So I'm just going to add the flowers to the top of her hat to give her, you know, you can add anything you want to put on her hat. Anything you want. And then I got 2 more. Then I'm going to stick down here to the bottom. Right here on her body part. Doesn't that look cute? So these are with my gems. So pretty much we are finished. But if you want to watch me finish the rest of it, that's fine. Y'all see this checkered pattern? It's mostly like a headboard. People always use these for headboards. Well, in each corner, you can see like these little bubbles. And those bubbles is where I'm going to put a little dot of the B7000 on it. Just a dot in these places. Because I'm going to add the red diamonds to it. Just to give it a special, to make it look extra special by adding some stuff to the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and put all these dots on here. And close this up. And then I'm going to use my wax pen. And I'm going to go ahead and put them on top of here. You just tap it and put it on there. Tap it and put it on. That's all. So this was an easy fan. Easy to make. Just be mindful of the big space you put at the bottom because you don't want to look like you chopped a hole in it. You just want to make enough space for the popsicle stick to put inside. And use the thick popsicle stick. They got special sticks that people buy too to put on there that looks like the sticks they use for the fans. Yes, Tuki, what's the matter? Grandma, I'm almost finished. So you see how I look? It gives it a special effect. Do you like it, baby? Get your face out of there. Yeah. Grandmom is always on grandmom duty. She's always here. She love her grandma. All right, I'm almost finished. So I'm going to put the dots on here, but I'm also going to put the gems on her earrings as well. I might use black instead of adding all that red. So basically just take your time and do this. Make sure y'all show me y'all fans, y'all special fans. And the same way they doing those cards where you can put the person on the outside of the card and have it look like a dimension. You can do that too. You can pretty much reach the sky and do whatever you want when it comes to these fans. So my video is over. The baby requires some attention. I'll show y'all when I'm done. Okay, real quick, I'm going to show y'all I'm done before the grandbaby start really acting crazy again. It's all done. That's the front. That's the back. The glue seemed to dry. And what I was telling you about the space down here, be mindful of how much you cut. So it can look like it's just in there and you don't see a whole lot of, space in between where the paper stops. So anytime you add two pieces, you can create a pocket for that. So this is the fan. This is going to be my Diva fan. I can walk around with it for my advertisement. Like, what's that? Oh, that's Divas. I do that in my YouTube channel and on my Facebook group. And then give them my business card. So Sharon says that's advertisement. So this was a good idea. As she says, yes, make a Diva and then use it for advertisement. So let's all be bougie and make Diva fans. Hey, bye-bye. What? Wait a minute. Forgot to say. Crafting Together as One is the group. Thank you for finding my channel. Please take time and subscribe to my channel and everything. And talk to y'all later.